Bethany Mota was a successful YouTuber and vlogger back in the 2010s. She was, may I say, the it girl of YouTube before the word it girl even became a thing. So bonjour my loves, I hope you're doing well, I hope you're doing fine. So in today's episode, we will see what happened to Bethany Mota. She was everywhere. From TV, YouTube, she was collabing with big brands, she was collabing with other big YouTube content creators back then, and now, almost a decade later, she's nowhere to be found. So grab yourself a drink and a snack and let's dive into today's video. She started her channel under the name of MacBarbie07 in June 2009 with a whole video, and she was only 13 years old. She started her YouTube channel this young because it was an escape for her knowing that she was suffering from bullying in her school. And because of that decision of starting YouTube that early, she amassed a tons of millions of followers later on. And by October 2015, she reached 9.5 million followers. 9.5 million followers. Do you know how, first of all, big of a number it is? And even more back in the days, like 10 years ago, it was even more of a big deal than it was today. Like 9.5 million followers is simply insane, and Bethany Mota was that girl. And because of her massive success, Business Insider estimated that her monthly earnings from YouTube was around $40,000. $40,000! That's, again, insane. Her content was a mix of videos like hauls, let's get ready with me, routines, beauty hacks, DIYs, the list goes on. Everything that was pretty much popular in the early 2010s of YouTube. So now let's talk about what made Bethany Mota succeed. I feel like Bethany Mota, I'm gonna speak for myself, but also for all of us who were fans of Bethany, she was like the typical girl next door. She felt so sweet. She really was like an older sister to me, to us, her fandom. She always seemed so genuine and cared about what she was posting and her fandom. And she was also the perfect blend of us being inspired by her, but also relating to her in a certain sense, where technically could have been like Bethany Mota if we did her DIYs, if we followed her beauty hacks, if we had the same morning routine. She was the typical girl next door, and she just had this it factor, and it's kind of hard to explain to someone who isn't the target audience of Bethany Mota back in the days. And as I was doing my research for this video, I found a YouTube video made by the channel Hot Tea, and she described Bethany Mota so perfectly by saying she's like our version of Hilary Duff. And honestly, that comparison couldn't be better. Like, every time that I think of Bethany Mota, I just have this nostalgia factor, and I just remember those early days of my life where life was just amazing. I had barely any homeworks, I had one pod, I had time to spend on YouTube and watch Bethany's video and just wish that I could be her when I was in my later teenage years. Like, oh, I love this woman. And she wasn't only successful on YouTube. In 2013, Bethany Mota launched her clothing line with Aeropostale, which was a massive success. And when I look back at the clothes, it's so funny because I mean, it's exactly what fashion was like back in the days. It was a lot of flashy colors, a lot of patterns, and she completely understood who her target audience was. So that's why the collaboration was a success. Not only that, in 2014, she released a song called Need You Right Now, which I remember I was streaming the fuck out of this song. What do you mean? I need you right now. Slay. Slay! Same year, in 2014, she won the Teen Choice Award for Most Popular Female Web Star, and she also participated in Dancing with the Stars season 19, where she was 4th place. Hello! How amazing is that? And she was also the first internet/YouTuber celebrity to be a part of Dancing with the Stars. Like, you had to be there. I feel so bad for saying sentences like that, but you genuinely had to be there to understand Bethany Mota's impact. And even though she was so successful back in the days, at a certain point Bethany decided to take a break, and after again doing some research for this YouTube video, I found that she did a podcast 5 years ago that she explained that she basically took a break from content creation for her mental health, and I totally respect that.
I didn't realize that maybe I needed to take a break, but it's been incredibly helpful for me, I think, just to kind of distance myself a little bit and work on myself, because for me at least, I feel like I was so in it that I completely, a little bit like kind of lost a part of me, and I wasn't keeping up with myself, so I wasn't like my full self for my audience, and I feel like they definitely saw that.
And she is absolutely not to blame, knowing that she spent her early years on posting content, being there for her fans, the list goes on. And I've seen in her YouTube channel that 2 years ago she kind of like did a mini comeback, but it didn't make a lot of sound, where she would post just here and there without having any like regular posting schedule. Some videos like a little haul, a little routine and stuff, but it didn't make any big sounds. And I think if I was Bethany Mota and I wanted to kind of like have a comeback in the entertainment industry, personally, it may sound fascinating. It may sound surprising for some of y'all after like talking highly of like Bethany Mota and her impacts on YouTube. I believe that she shouldn't have a comeback on YouTube, and she should actually capitalize on this nostalgia factor that us who are part of her fandom have towards her. She should use this and put it in other ventures, for example a clothing line, which could be like a little wink with her collaboration with Aeropostale, because like I said, back in the days, this collab just made perfect sense. Bethany understood perfectly the trends, the fashion back in the days, and I feel like I mean, I can guess that she's still like on social media as a viewer instead of being a content creator. So she's seeing, I believe, the same trends that we are seeing. So I feel like she has this great sense of knowing what's popping and what's not. So it will be super cool if she makes her comeback in fashion. Like I said, she released a song, Need You Right Now. I think it will be a bad idea if Bethany Mota releases a song and like kind of cultivates this little singing career, because I feel like we are tired as viewers to see the whole influencer, content creator to singer pipeline. There are some exceptions, don't get me wrong, but like in general, I feel like it would be kind of odd for Bethany Mota to just come back with an album. You know what I mean? I feel like it would feel like we've missed a lot of things for her to just come back with an album. Like, it doesn't make sense. I really want to see her have a fashion line. Like, I will buy some shit. I remember when I went to New York with my family back in the days, I literally stopped my dad and I was like, please, we need to go to Aeropostale to like buy some shirts because Bethany Mota is working with them. And my dad, poor him, he didn't understand the hype. I was like, shh, I know what I'm doing. But like, oh, Bethany, please listen to me. Me who knows nothing about life. Please, Bethany, listen to me and release a fashion collection. We will eat that shit up. And by releasing her fashion collection, it will be so good and such a good PR to kind of at the same time promote her fashion collection with YouTube, but in a more organic way, not just her coming back to YouTube and be like, hey, I have a fashion collection, you can buy it at this website. Like, no, just introduce it, like, I don't know, more like organically. Maybe create a whole new YouTube channel just with her fashion clothes. Like, it could be iconic. Come on, Bethany, do it for me. Just do it for me, please. So I hope you like my little video of Bethany Mota. I know that there's not a lot of information on what she's doing on right now. I've seen that she's been in a relationship for like 7 or 8 years, so happy for her. Stalked her on Instagram. She seems like she's doing great. So honestly, I cannot blame her for taking a break from YouTube. She gave us a lot of entertainment back in the days, and she definitely had a huge impact in the lifestyle, girly content creator genre. So I hope you liked today's video. I hope you have a beautiful night of sleep. I love you. Take care. Au revoir.